So it's actually really interesting. So in case study two, um, that individual got potentiation effects very, very quickly, where they got very sedated and they just almost felt like they couldn't even get out of bed. And that was after just a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. And if they had not been working with a ketogenic informed professional, there's all kinds of things that could have happened as a result of that. And one of them is they could have thought, oh my gosh, this ketogenic diet is making me exhausted. I just need to eat some carbs, right? Or I just don't feel good on this ketogenic diet, right? And so that was a helpful and important conversation. But I was able to have a conversation with her about that possibility that she was then able to have a talk with her prescriber about, who was then open to reducing the medication, and she felt almost immediate relief. And so that is a piece. So that's an example of where I didn't actually need to even talk to the prescriber directly, but just simply being able to communicate with my client about what we see, and then them self advocating, which I think is really helpful and really important. And then with case study one, um, you know, they they were doing fantastic and continued to do fantastic, but there were just some very subtle things that were going on, that really kind of looked like potentiation effects, and they had a prescriber that was very nervous, understandably very, very nervous about titrating down a little bit just to see if some of those symptoms went away. um, and so that was a very, I had to have a very kind of, and I'm trying to find the right word. I had to i had to really help them find the language that they needed to use with their prescriber in such a way that the prescriber felt comfortable enough to attempt a slight titration down to see if that improves symptoms. And in that circumstance, it definitely did, and their recovery was not off track, but it started to improve even better after that.